The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Seven, six, five, four. Hey everyone, welcome to Ring and All Other Sports. My name is Leo Connors. I'm your host. I just want to let everybody know that I have a permanent co-host right now, Derek Dukes. Derek, thanks again.
Thank you for having me, brother. Appreciate it.
Man, this is going to be great. A lot of fun. So today we got a lot of things to talk about. First, we're going to get into the New England Patriots. They had a big game last Thursday night against the Miami Dolphins. Pats won 36-7. Brady looked phenomenal again.
Everyone's the Dolphins have a great defense and Gronk. That's all I got to say is Gronk.
Yeah, it's
That's
unbelievable.
That's all I got to say.
And Edelman, Brady.
Out of nowhere.
Brady.
Out of nowhere.
You know, Tom went 26 for 38 with 356 yards and 4 touchdowns. And people are saying before the season started, he's slowing down.
He's slowing down. Yeah.
He's probably had one of his best careers, one of his best years.
He's definitely, especially how much more stronger he's been.
Yeah.
Finding the right hole every time. Edelman always right there. Gronk just pushing through. It takes 3 guys to bring Gronk down. You know what I mean? It's that kind of team that we have. It's just great.
Yeah, they got a few tough upcoming games. I think that Denver game's going to be tough in 2 weeks.
That's going to be a nail.
Let's see. They have a game Sunday, and then the following week they play Denver.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Who do we got coming up? Washington.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx them, but hopefully this, shouldn't be too
like
hot.
I said, 2 fun games coming right up. 2 really tough teams, but all I'm going to say again is Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk all the way.
Gronk all the way.
The Pats, LeGarrette Blount had a great game too. For 72 yards and 17 carries.
Yeah, he did. And you saw how much more enthusiastic they were when they came out, and because they knew they were fighting a tough team, but they also knew that we are a tough team.
Yeah.
And they played hard.
Yes, absolutely. Julian Edelman had 7 receptions. Was it 80 yards, 2 touchdowns?
And just the one that they called like the Hail Mary out of nowhere that he just grabbed and fell. The kid's ridiculous.
And again, Gronk, 113 yards, another touchdown.
Dragging 3 people with him, by the way.
Yeah, and a lot of big blocks. A lot of big blocks, to open up the running game a little bit.
Yes, definitely.
Dion Lewis is another one. Coming out of the backfield. Shane who?
Shane
Vereen. Who's that guy?
I don't remember.
We don't even remember him anymore.
No, because you got someone like that who's just got a great running game.
Kid is incredible. I couldn't believe when they let Jonas Gray go before the season started. I was one of the guys going, "What are they doing?"
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, after that first game, we were like, "Wow!"
Well,
now I know.
Now we see what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did.
On the defensive side, Chandler Jones had a big game. He had 4 tackles, 2 sacks. Dante Hightower, Rob Ninkovich, and Devin McCourty each had a sack. And a couple interceptions, one by Logan Ryan and one by Durant Harmon.
Yes.
And so that was a big game. Like I said, we got a couple of big games coming up.
Yep.
I ain't gonna jinx and say what I feel their record's gonna be at the end of the year, but I just think that they're looking good.
They're here to play football.
They're here
to play football.
Good. Exactly. Real quick, we want to touch up on the World Series. I don't think it's probably my least favorite sport. I do love all sports.
Right.
But congratulations to the Kansas City Royals beating the New York Mets 4-1. Salvador Perez, the catcher for the Royals, won the MVP. And again, congratulations to the Kansas City Royals.
Good job, guys.
Let's get into the Bruins a little bit.
I don't know if I want to.
Before we talk about what I know you're going to say, the Bruins record right now, 6 wins, 4
6
losses.
losses,
They've turned it around a little bit.
Yep.
They really have.
They're showing stronger. Their D-lines are getting a lot stronger the way that they're moving them around, but you know I'm going with it. You know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, well, let's do it because he didn't look good last night, as a matter of fact.
Like hell last night.
We're talking about Big Z, the captain,
Sorry.
Zdeno Chara. And I love him, but I don't know how much time he should still be in Boston.
I mean, what's he, 38 now, 39? I mean, he in hockey age, shall we say,
Yeah.
it's over. I mean,
Right.
he's getting up there. How many times did he miss that puck last night? How many times could he not run the puck down last night? He's starting to show his age. He's a big guy anyway, and with age and ice, it's not a good combination
Right.
anymore.
And he never was a fast guy. He
No,
never
no,
was. He
no,
never was known for
no,
his speed.
no.
But I mean, you know, I'd like to see them keep him. If they could cut his minutes down and get some other guys to come in and play better with more minutes, I mean, you know, he'd make us a lot of money.
No, definitely, but he's no Ray Bork.
No. Oh, who is?
No, that's right.
Who
but-
is?
but
There's
he's no-
hardly anybody that's
But
as good
he's
as Ray
definitely
Bork
no Ray
was.
Bork. I mean, he played defense for a reason, and I mean, Ray Bork was a real defenseman who could also score goals.
Right.
But he's still, he's definitely slow on the puck. How many times did they have him at the blue line last night? Pass the puck to him, goes right through him every time. I mean, they think it was like 3 or 4 times last night that he had him on the blue line, and he lost the puck every time.
Right. Well, Torrey Kruger's been playing the most minutes on the defensive side
Unbelievable.
for Boston.
Yes.
And it really hurts with no Seidenberg because you know his minutes would have been right up there with Krug's.
It's-
24, 23 a game.
It's definitely showing now the way they're playing defense.
Right.
It really is.
Yeah. And Gustafson playing is actually been playing better than Rask.
Yeah, he looks stronger. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to show that he belongs on the team,
Right.
and he wants to prove that he can back up Rask. I mean, Rask can't play every game, so we need a guy who can back him up, and he's doing a great job.
Right. I mean, last year Rask played close to 70 games.
I mean, that's
And that was just way, way too many for any goalie. I don't care who you are.
yeah.
You know, who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. You can't play that many minutes. Real quick, let's touch up on the Celtics. Their opening night, they beat the 76ers 112 to 95.
Yeah,
and they looked really good. They're a young team. They're hungry. They're fast.
It's a total young team now.
Yeah.
It's just like the original when, back in the 80s when you saw, you're like, who?
Right.
And who's that now? And,
Yeah.
and they're starting to play that way, and you can see their defense is very strong. Their backcourt is getting better. You notice that the three throws are getting way better. They're doing a good job.
Well, that's funny that you brought that up because I just happened to notice the other night against San Antonio, they had put a stat up, and in the fourth quarter, they were like 23 for 24 in their first 3 games.
Wow.
In the fourth quarter free throws, which
Wow.
for a young team, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, and you touched up on the guards.
Yes.
The guards is what is the strong point of our team right now. You know, Marcus Smart, Isaiah Thomas, Avery Bradley. Those 3 guys are 3 of the best young players in the game. Actually, Avery's probably not even really that young anymore.
No.
He's like a veteran.
Yeah, well,
You know, for the
for
Celtics.
For the Celtics, he is, yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, look what the Lakers are doing to Kobe.
yeah,
They're putting him in because they have no faith, and you can see that they have no faith. He's playing too much. A guy at that age playing that much, you start to get down, and you're missing. And I mean, he was like 3 for 18 the other night. It was crazy. Yeah, it was
Wow.
nuts.
And that's not. And I'm not a big Kobe Bryant fan, to be honest with you, but that's pretty unbelievable.
For him.
For him.
Yes.
Because he is a great player.
He's a great player.
I'm a pretty fair fan. I got a buddy of mine, Sean Wiggins, down in Jersey.
Yep.
Tells me all the time I'm the fairest fan he's ever met because I give everybody their due. He was mad at me when I said, Derek, if I was in homicide, as a matter of fact, asked me one time at the House of Hardcore
Yes.
show. He said, what would you do if you were there at Fenway and Derek Jeter's last at bat? I told him I'd probably be the loudest guy clapping and cheering him on.
Exactly, of course.
Because I'm a fair fan,
Yes.
and he deserved it.
Yep.
That standing ovation Derek Jeter got in Fenway Park was amazing, and I think he deserved it. But enough about that. Just real quick, the Celtics are 1-2. They're young. They're fast. They're aggressive. We'll see what happens. But I want to get into the Hell in the Cell.
Okay.
The pay-per-view that was October 25th, actually. My daughter Sarah's 14th birthday.
Wow.
Real quick, we'll touch on the results. Alberto Del Rio made a return.
Wow,
and
that-
defeated John Cena for the U.S. title.
That's the biggest, I would say, the biggest coup of the year because of the I don't want to use the word hatred, but I mean between him and Paul, Triple H, going back and forth. The reason why he quit is because he said that Stephanie and him were racist. And that's just not the case anyway, but that was his feeling, and he was, sour for the company. That's why he left. But he's an unbelievable worker. He's a great hand, and with Johnny taking the time off that he's taken, what a better person to have that title would be Alberto Del Rio, great wrestler.
Absolutely. And in the very first Hell in the Cell match that night, we had Bray Wyatt taking on Roman Reigns.
Man.
And Roman Reigns beat him.
Yep,
Sorry.
definitely.
And but Bray, the new face of fear, he's not done with this show yet.
No.
You know, Your boys, the Dudley Boys,
Yes.
took on the New Day for the tag team titles.
Yep.
They weren't successful,
Nope.
but
But that's just like dangling the carrot in front of the horse.
yeah, I just think it's a matter of time
Oh,
before the
def-
Dudley Boys become what? How many titles they held now?
Well, are you talking about
Just the WWE alone, what is it?
if they win this one, it'll be 10.
10 tag team
But
titles.
if that win total is
Yeah.
24
24.
World Tag Team Championships.
Why they're the
That's
most
why-
decorated tag team
Definitely,
in
I mean,
wrestling history.
I would never look down on the Road Warriors.
Right.
They were one of the best tag teams in the
Absolutely.
world. But you have so many other tag teams that you could call like that. But the Dudleys definitely are our,
Yeah.
shall we
Yep,
say,
yep.
generation of the best tag team in the world.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I think they're the greatest tag team of all time.
Definitely.
You can't deny all the titles they've won.
Nope.
You know, Charlotte defeated Nikki Bella finally to actually. No, I'm sorry. She retained the title. She had
Yes.
already won it the week
Yes,
before.
correct.
And that was a good match. Charlotte really impresses me a lot.
She, yes, she is the Nature Boy's daughter, and she definitely had to work hard for what she has, and she's definitely proven it in NXT. And now she's even more proven it on the big stage.
Yeah.
And bringing her up from NXT was definitely the best thing they've ever could have done, because it's time to bring in some fresh faces in
Right.
the Divas division. They really need that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny when we talk about Divas. I just saw a shoot with the 3 original ladies of professional wrestling. It was Ivory, Debbie Michelli, who all you guys know as Medusa, and Molly Holly
Wow.
sat at a table. And Ivory was irate. What is a diva? And bleep, bleep, every word was bleep. She was so
Wow.
angry. She was, I'm not a diva. I'm a professional wrestler.
Right.
So it makes you think. You're like, well, okay, they are professional wrestlers, but they need to call their division something. So that's why they use the
Right.
Divas division.
And that's just how it goes. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's where the world. That's what
That's
Vince
correct.
wants.
That's right.
That's what everybody's going to
what
get.
it is.
We got a couple more matches we got to cover. Then we're going to be wrapping this up in a little while because we have to go to our guest.
Yes.
We got Seth Rollins defeated Kane to retain the world title. And really, the real match it was all right, but it didn't do anything that makes me want to talk about it right now.
Ditto.
Kevin Owens defeated Ryback and retained the title. I love Owens.
I'm a Kevin Owens fan. You know why? And I'm going to say it out loud. A fat guy that can wrestle.
Oh, can he?
He's unbelievable.
Yeah. It was so funny. 2 days before he got signed to the WWE, I did that the House of Hardcore
Yes.
6.
Yep.
And it was incredible having Isaiah's picture taken with him.
He
He just
just-
was such a nice guy. He really was.
And he's such a great worker.
Oh, unbelievable. The match he
Unbelievable.
had that night was against AJ Styles.
Yes.
And that match was unbelievable. It was
Two
the
great-
best match of the night.
2 great workers.
You know, they ended the show.
Yep.
Let's get into Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, Hell in the
Oh,
Cell.
boy.
Brock.
A lot of controversy on that
yes,
match.
Brock defeated The Undertaker.
did.
Lots of blood.
Lots of blood, which Vince McMahon, Stephanie, so on and so forth. They still with the PG
Yeah.
thing. But the thing was is that everyone, oh, my God, I can't believe Brock did that. He didn't do anything.
Right.
If you Google, do whatever you have to do, he had 9 stitches put in the top of his head because he hit that post so hard.
Yeah.
They had to close his head and use real staples
Right.
to hold it closed. I mean,
Wow.
come on. He didn't do the gig job, excuse me.
Right.
He didn't do the blade job. He literally hit his head, and that's why, if you notice, it was flowing down.
Yeah.
And you saw the scrape mark on the top of it. He hit that, and it split his head open.
That was
9
crazy.
staples.
Right. Now then we had Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family came out at the end, beat down the Undertaker,
And
carried him to
took
the
him
back.
away.
And then the following night,
They did it to
they
Kane.
did it to Kane. And I'm wondering where this is all going to go. Most likely Survivor Series, some type of match, you think? Or do you think they're going to let this play all the way out to like maybe the Royal Rumble?
No, I'm hoping that they bring it out to the Survivor Series and then bring it toward the Rumble.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yes, that'd be great. Bring them all back together.
Right.
The Brothers of Destruction.
Right. All right, listen, we're going to go to our guest right now. We have our former Chicago professional women's boxer, Rita Figueroa, who's also the newest inductee into the 2015 Illinois Boxing Hall of Fame. Rita, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
No
For
problem.
coming on.
Rita, I know your team is Team LaGuerra? Your boxing team?
Team Luetta?
No, was it how do you say it? LaGuerra?
Yeah. It's Team Luetta.
Okay.
Actually, it's kind of a funny story. It's it actually just kind of means white girl, which seriously, I was going to fight, and my manager at the time, Rocky Martinez, said, "Oh, we got to give you something, because we fight in front of a pretty large Hispanic community."
Mm-hmm.
So with that, he said, "Vente la Güera Figueroa," and then I came out. They're like, "Coach, he
Nice.
doesn't look very Spanish," but I wasn't. So
Right.
that's how that. Yeah.
That's great. How old were you when you decided you want to be a boxer?
I was older. I was already in my late 20s.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You
It
started
just
late.
kind of happened. I would have never thought it would ever, nah.
Right. Now, I know you went to mixed martial arts also. Now, were you doing that first?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing that?
I started that in like 94.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Nice.
you've been in it a long time.
And then we were doing, boxing and stuff with martial arts. And one of my main instructors was also happened.
Okay. I see that you were a four-time Golden Gloves champ out of Chicago.
Yep.
That's great. 2000 to 2004. So is
Yep.
is that when you, like, how long was it you training for boxing before you got into the gloves? A year or?
Actually, I didn't even train all that long. I think, well, actually, maybe it was probably pretty close to a year because I did one tournament before the gloves, and then I went to the glove after that. So I would say just right around about a year.
Wow, that's great. Now, your professional record was 10 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw with 1 no contest. Your first fight, you were taking on Courtney Elliott. You won by TKO in the 3rd round. Is that correct?
Yep.
Now, how nervous were you going into your first pro
Oh
fight?
my goodness.
Ah,
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was we were fighting at the Hawthorne racetrack. I remember like it was yesterday because they said, well, you might be a swing belt because there were some TV fights and the fights were ending early and they didn't know, so they gloved me up. And then they gloved me up. I ended up being the best fight of the night. It was horrible. I was shitting in my pants. So nervous.
now, you ran off 9 straight wins to start your career. And in your 10th fight, you fought Mary McGee. And
Yep, Indiana.
that was a no contest due to clash of heads. Were you both bleeding? Is that what it
No,
was?
I got cut and they stopped the fight.
Ooh.
Wow. Now, in your last fight, I want to get into other things besides just your career because I know you have a lot of things going on. Your last fight, you took on Keita Watkins and lost by decision. And
Yep.
and this is a big part of your story. What happened after that fight?
Oh, I hit a headbutt. Second round, I think. Second or third round, I don't even remember. And nobody's fault my own. I knew something wasn't right, whatever. So I went and got in the back, and I started getting sick, thrown up, bad headache. I had people in my corner that really knew me, thank God, and were in the medical field. So they said, "You got to go. Something's wrong." The Illinois Commission was not exactly cooperative at the time, so they wanted to wait for another ambulance because there was a fight going on. There's only one ambulance. A lot of the people that are around me are involved in the martial arts, and they threatened the commission that if they didn't let us, we were going to leave by no question. So we did. One of the guys in my corner was good friends. The woman that brain surgery is actually her instructor, her lead instructor in neurology is one of my students in martial arts school.
Okay.
So we called him and get everything set up for us. We got to the hospital I was in about 5 minutes.
Wow. And,
I was very lucky. Very lucky.
right. Yeah, definitely. It's a good, like you said, it's a good thing they knew you and knew something was wrong, and it was also good that you knew something wasn't right.
Yeah.
How long were you in the hospital after that?
I was
surgery?
actually not in the hospital very long. That was either a Friday or Saturday night. I don't remember. I think I was out by like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
And I had to go back a few times just because some small issues had come up. But other than that, I've been very lucky.
Wow. Now, how long was it before you got back in the gym?
I think I was back in the gym as soon as I could walk down the street.
Wow.
Because I really couldn't, there were some issues with balance and stuff like that, just, the brain healing.
Right.
I couldn't do much for a little while, but I tried to be in the gym as quick as possible.
Good.
Wow, that's good. I'm so glad that, everything worked out for you,
Oh, thank you. Me too.
Right. Now, I know I think it was August 18th, they announced that you were going to be the newest inductee into the Hall of Fame in Illinois, the Boxing Hall of Fame. That must be real exciting.
It is. It's very cool.
Right. And who's going to induct you?
I'm not sure. I don't know how they do it. I think they just have some of the people there because they have quite a few people getting inducted this year.
Right.
So they're trying to limit the time. So I'm not exactly sure how that's all going to work yet. I guess we're just going to figure it out on the fly.
Right. I noticed, I looked real quick, and the only other name that I really recognized from out of Illinois was David Diaz, the former light heavyweight champion.
Yes. And what a nice guy. David is such a nice guy.
I used to love, tough guy. I used to love watching him fight. Very tough.
Him and his family, they're just really good people. Really good people.
Right. He definitely is a tough guy. I've been following boxing pretty much my whole life. I grew up in Lowell with Mickey Ward and brother Dickie. And,
my favorite fight, Dickie Ward.
Oh, great guys, Dickie's
I
little
used to watch Dickie Ward, Arturo Gatti fights before my fights to kind of get me razzed up a little bit. I would
Yeah.
put those fights on and watch them before we went to the venue.
Definitely.
Yeah, those fights were incredible. Mickey had a lot of good fights. I mean, the fights against Reggie Green.
Shane Neary, him and Shane Neary.
Yeah, Shane Neary, Emmanuel Augustus.
Yep.
It was weird. I picked up the Ring magazine about maybe a year ago, maybe less. But they had on the top 100 fights of all time, and Mickey had 2 of them in there.
2, yeah. It was
And believe me, there could have been more. There really could have been more. I mean, that Reggie Green fight was incredible.
That was.
I was there in Salem, New Hampshire.
That was
What
crazy.
a great fight that was. But yeah. So now tell us about your boxing team. I know you're training guys, and a few of you guys have had some title fights, correct?
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, the whole Team Luera thing is not really just my team. It's just a group of people that are, just helping each other out. So I mean, I train with Sam Colonna out of Sam's gym down on 35th and Western.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have a good group. We have we had Donovan fight for a title in August of last year. Hollywood, Mike. We got a lot starting out. Good group of people.
Excellent.
That's great. Do you have anybody got any big fights coming up?
We have some fights coming up November 25th. I know Hollywood's got a fight. I think he's fighting for one of the minor titles, and we got I think 4 or 5 guys fighting on that show. So it should be a good show.
That's great. Well,
Sounds
good
good.
luck to all your fighters.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Before we let you go and stuff, we definitely need to talk about a little hockey because I
Yes.
know how much you love
Yes.
your Blackhawks.
Wait, can you see that behind me? You see that behind
Oh,
me?
we see
yeah,
it.
yeah, I see it. Yep,
We see it.
absolutely. Yeah, as you know, I love hockey myself. I was rooting for the Blackhawks last year in the playoffs. The Bruins weren't in there. Growing up, just real quick, to let you know, I love the Blackhawks. Was always my second favorite team because my favorite hockey player of all time is Phil Esposito.
Oh, yeah.
And my second hockey favorite player was Tony Esposito.
Tony O. Tony O.
And I love the Ray Books, the Bobby Orrs, the Cam Neelys, all those guys. But the Espositos were absolutely my favorite hockey players.
Guy.
And Tony
Esposito, too.
Yeah, Tony O still holds the modern day record with 15 shutouts.
He
I don't
is
think-
something. And
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever be broken, to be
I
honest
don't
with
think
you.
so.
No.
Especially the game's different now, too, though. It's faster. The guys are bigger. It's just a different game now.
Yeah, totally different game.
Yep, definitely.
Your Blackhawks are doing all right now. Are they in first? I should've
No,
looked-
no, we're not first yet, but I'm liking our new kids. We got some good kids like and the Panarin kid and some of the other kids there are good players.
Yeah, Teravainen looks pretty good too.
Yeah, I think he's starting to come into his own. He was a little rough last year, but I think he's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with the guys on the line.
Yeah, I like the pickup of Ryan Garbutt too.
Yep.
He's a tough kid.
He is a tough kid. We need that. We need a little tough.
Definitely.
Yeah, they put Fickle down, goes back down in the front.
Yep.
Brock needs somebody to step in and be,
Right.
like C-core to the team.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. I was gonna say, you lost a few tough guys. You lost a few good players too last year.
That was tough loss. That was tough loss.
Yeah,
Yes.
Patrick Sharp, man.
Yep.
And but I mean, I think your goaltending's pretty solid. I mean, you got obviously Corey Crawford won 3 cups. Was it 2 cups? Correct? Is it 2?
3.
So
Yeah,
he
3
was the
scores.
goalie for 3. Okay.
3.
And also Scott Darling, big
He's
goalie.
a big dude. He's a big guy. Big
Yeah,
kid.
yeah, he
Crawford's
is.
2. I'm sorry, you're right. Crawford was 2.
Yeah, 2, because was it
Ken
Niemi
Emmy.
was 1, right?
And Emmy.
Yeah,
Emmy.
yeah. I've had him on my fantasy team a couple times. He's a heck of a goalie.
Yep.
But yeah, I like Scott Darling as a backup. He's definitely one of the better backups in the league. I think if anything
He was
happens to,
great from Illinois on top of it. So
yeah, oh yeah, he if anything would have happened to Crawford, I think you guys are in pretty good hands with a kid like
Yeah.
that. You know. So what? So like mixed? Are you still competing at all? Are you competing in mixed martial arts at all or anything?
no, my competition days are over. I'm just training, keeping busy in the gym, training the other guys. Look, plus I'm old. I'm done getting punched in the face.
Yeah, we're all getting up there, you know. Well, listen, we're gonna wrap this up. I know you're going to the game tonight.
I am.
I'll have to say it for you. Go Blackhawks.
Go
Go
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks, thank you very much. And when we're not playing Boston,
Nope.
go Boston. I have some really good friends of mine, too, that are up north that are huge Boston fans. So we always try to go to the game when they're playing each other in February. And of course,
Awesome.
last time Blackhawks got their butts kicked by them, but it was all right.
Right. Well, I'll definitely have to try to come up to Chicago in a year or so and visit you and check out the gym. Go to a Blackhawks game with you. That'd be awesome.
Anytime. You are more than welcome.
Excellent.
Great,
Thank
Rita.
you.
Well, listen, thank you so much. Again,
Thank you.
Again, congratulations on the induction into the Hall of Fame.
I appreciate it.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. You guys have a great night.
Go
Thank
Blackhawks.
you very much.
Thank you,
Go
Rita.
Blackhawks. Thank
Go
you.
Blackhawks. Listen, I want to thank Rita again for being a guest on the show. She got a great story. One thing I forgot to touch up on with her, she's definitely an advocate for the safety in professional boxing.
Definitely.
I really wish I would have remembered. That's my fault. Maybe we can have her on again with one of her fighters, maybe Sam Colonna, who also was one of the guys that's the gym she works out of. But listen, this has been a great show.
Definitely.
Derek, again.
Brother, thank you for having me. I really
Not
appreciate
a
it.
problem. You don't have to thank me because you're going to be here every week.
Looking forward to it, brother.
But so listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm always looking for feedbacks. George Carroll, thank you very much for the feedback. Everybody else that said thank you, I did a good job, thanks. But I need more feedback.
That's right.
All right, guys, this is Leo and Derek from Ring and All Other Sports. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.